Exploding pagers and walkie-talkies turned into bombs in Lebanon. The crisis in the Middle East has reached an entirely new era of warfare, and a lot of people are wondering what's next. Can our smartphones be turned into weapons through cyber hacking? Carlos Perez is the Director of Security Intelligence for Trusted Sec. He joins me here now. Carlos, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So for people who may not understand or aren't aware of what happened in Lebanon, can you bring us up to speed here? And were these devices, were they tampered with or were they hacked?
So one of the things that happened was we call this a supply chain attack. So with the information that we have so far, we believe that a front company for the Israeli government purchased the licenses to manufacture and modify these devices for resale with the assumption to the vendor that they were going to be sold as is. What happened was that these devices were actually modified. This had to be something that they spent years developing. And once those devices were modified, they were specifically sold to Hezbollah. And then at 3 p.m., the day of the attack, a message was sent that triggered all of the different pagers all at once with the explosive payload that was implanted into them. And then the same thing happened the next day, but this time with Icon radios that were also modified for this.
So these were pagers. When we talk about smartphones, can this same thing be done with smartphones?
It can be done with any device, given that they have the budget of a nation state. I would say for a regular consumer, it's not something that they should be worried about, given that that supply chain tends to be a lot more controlled.
In terms of firmware for a device, hackers can actually exploit that too, and then that could cause the battery to heat up and catch fire and explode too?
I believe not, given that devices that we have worked with and the implants that we have developed that work, and we have worked with other agencies also in developing, it is very hard to actually get a lithium battery to ignite just through the firmware itself. There are also physical controls are put in place in the design of the devices to prevent that the software is able to cause this type of effect.
Gotcha. In terms of us with smartphones, we know everybody has a smartphone nowadays one way or another. What do people need to keep in mind right now, safety purpose-wise?
And safety purpose-wise is to make sure that when you're charging your phone that you're using a branded type of charger. Same thing for cables. Most of the times where we have seen lithium batteries actually ignite, it happens because they are buying very cheap cables from the web or from overseas. Same thing for chargers that are not rated for that type of device and are able to then cause problems on the device itself. Same thing when they go over online and they buy third-party batteries that don't have the proper circuits to protect the battery itself or the quality of the battery. It's just to kind of like be aware where you're putting your dollars in and how you're prepping those devices when they get broken.
Got it. Carlos Perez, we appreciate you bringing all of this down and helping us understand how safe we are right now. Appreciate you.